Hi, I'm Steve, and I'm joined.
Well, Chris,
Hey, we're here to show you a little bit of the prologue of Cohors Cthulhu Tactics. So, should we just get straight on with it?
yeah, so Cohors Cthulhu Tactics is a solo co-op adventure war game,
Mm.
which is it starts as a skirmish game. The scale gets a little bit bigger as you play, but it's very much about telling stories, narrative stories, and adventures on the tabletop with your miniatures. This one happens to be set in the Roman Empire, where our brave heroes are struggling against the forces of the outer gods, the Mythos creatures, or the
Yeah,
cult of Mormo, in the deep dark forests of Germania.
cool. So, we are here at our lovely friends at Sarissa Precision. I'm drinking from their mug, and they've helped us set up this amazing table. It's massive. What we do need to do, though, is set out a 2 by 2 area. Cohors Cthulhu is played on a 2 by 2 space, so we've used these Hyperborean columns and pillars and pieces of scenery to mark out that area. That's the zone we're playing in, and I guess I'm going to be setting up here. I've not played the game. Chris is the wise old bird sat on my shoulder, and I am going to be the one sending these poor Roman soldiers
Yeah.
to their, I'm sure, glorious victory. So how do we set up? What's the thing to do?
Well, we've got the 2 by 2 board. We've got a lot of trees and shrubbery and small low hills. We are in the middle of the forest of Germany,
Hmm.
so we don't want it to be open fields. It should be difficult for the Romans to move around, which
Yeah.
will there's a reason for that. You're going to be starting your soldiers 4 inches onto the board. There's a
Okay.
few other things to set up. Now we have got here a one of our small ruins. This is what we call a place of power,
Yeah.
and it has 3 points of magic at the beginning of the
I'm
scenario.
sure that's fine.
We also have a threat dice, which has got a black dice
Okay.
here. There's going to be a suitably exciting
Yes.
dice in the Kickstarter. So we've got a threat dice, which is set to 1. That's going to go up by 1 every
Hmm.
turn and is generally bad news.
Yeah. Keep that nice and low
Yeah.
if we can.
And then, of course, you've got the important stuff,
Yes.
the soldiers. So we've
Give me some
got
troops.
three of our desperate Roman legionaries here.
Hmm.
We decided to make a small squad of Roman legionaries, kind of like, desperate last stand. One guy's got 2 gladius in his
Yeah.
hands, the other one's only got a pilum, the other guy's lost his helmet. So these are kind of not so typical
Hmm.
historical poses for a bit of
Well,
fun.
they are up against the dread Eldritch forces of
They are, yeah.
Cthulhu. It's like you
And
you let your regimental finesse drop a little bit
yeah,
sometimes
and
when.
that, I mean, literally, I mean, if you've watched the film Centurion or the Barbarian series on Netflix,
Mm,
these are the guys who've literally survived the ambush, and they're led by Marius, who's one of our big characters, kind of big heroes from
mm,
the storylines from the novels. And Marius is he was sent to Germania, reassigned here, and he's already had a bit of a run-in with some creatures over in Syria, and so he's a little bit more prepared than most for when he has to take command of these survivors.
yeah,
And then we've got some archers. Now, in
good.
this scenario, they're just simple
Wouldn't want to
Roman.
go up against a dread elder god without a bow and arrow.
No, no, absolutely not. So these are just Roman auxiliary archers, but I know the eagle-eyed amongst you might go, wait a minute, they're not Roman auxiliaries. No, these are actually summation archers who are one of the auxiliary forces of the Roman Empire. The Sarmatians are were amazing. I mean, like literally,
Mm,
they could shoot a melon with 3 arrows riding backwards on a horse. They made Legolas look
yeah,
like he failed his archery A levels, and I mean
yeah,
these are real women archers who were incredible, and the Romans
mm,
often called them Amazons.
mm,
They served around the empire, so these are an aspirational little set of archers. You want to be able to
fantastic.
upgrade your archery unit to the summation unit because their stats are even better. So you've got
Excellent.
2 little units,
Okay,
which might just be enough. So you're going to
oh,
set
good.
up 4 inches onto the board,
Okay.
and you probably want to keep them. You need to keep them in. Well, you don't have to. You want to keep them in close order. So close order is base-to-base contact within
Right.
an inch of each other. And there's a reason for that. Their abilities are generally better for both units, which we'll come to in
Mm.
gameplay.
They've got to have each other's
Yeah,
backs, basically.
the
Yeah,
terrain
yeah,
you're seeing on the board is all rough terrain in this. You can move through it. Doesn't slow down your speed at all, but it stops, breaks up close order,
yeah.
which is bad. So you want to be able to set up so that you can move around the terrain that you see on the board.
Okay.
But you probably want to don't be too far apart because
Okay.
you imagine this place is with has like rolling mist. There's
Exactly.
things moving in the trees. Yeah.
Okay. So before I place them on the board, we've got the place of power there, which is at 3. Is
Yes.
that our goal? We
So,
heading
so the
towards that?
objective is this is in the third scenario. You've literally got to survive till dawn. So you've got
Okay.
to stay alive for 7 turns. The place of power is generating magic.
Okay.
Um, and it doesn't necessarily generate magic every turn. It probably will. If that gets to 6, it's going to bump up the threat level. And
Okay.
as threat is going to grow, and we'll be checking an event table depending on the level of threat. And the higher the threat gets, the worse things happen. If threat gets to 6, you're going to see something particularly nasty turn up. So you have the ability to destroy those ruins, to kind of go and face it
Okay.
with some classic Roman graffiti,
Yeah.
pull down the stones, stop it generating the magic. So that's definitely one of your objectives, and to kill enemies. In the full game, as you kill enemy units, you gain denarii as
Yeah.
rewards. There's various other things that will gain you
But
story
here the
points
reward
and
is
stuff.
surviving.
This is
Yeah.
literally
Okay.
getting home for breakfast.
Okay, fair
So
enough. In that case, it feels like I think I will do the sensible thing of keeping our legionaries on this side, I think.
let's see. You've got your 4 inches,
Oh yeah, yeah.
4 inches on from the edge of our little temple setup area. So
Yeah, so we're
yeah,
measuring it between these two pillars, like across
yeah,
the front of our dice
6 4 inches.
tray. Fantastic. We're going to put these guys here, and Marius.
Go behind them
Come
if you
on.
want.
That's the
I
thing.
mean,
Is
he'd
it? Is
probably
it?
be in the front row.
Yeah, it does feel like he's not necessarily a back row kind of
Yeah, we'll
guy
put them in a line. There you go.
in like a line like that. He's leading from far
Yeah,
left, and then we will bring. Let's just go for. Just to double check, 4 inches. I
yeah.
feel like kind of these guys are probably just going to be between these trees.
Stay. Yeah.
Nothing, nothing crazy. I mean, what's the range on these archers?
Basically, up to 10 inches, you'll be rolling your normal ability. Over 10, it's a -1. So
Okay,
you kind of,
yeah,
but you can shoot as far as 16.
okay. So they go. This is the thing. So they're going to have to move up anyway. So
Yeah,
let's not try and like be too tactical just yet. They'll have to get into position.
yeah. So the
So
next thing we do is we're going to give them each a fear dice. So
okay,
fear um, is going to go up and down. It can't, well, if it gets to 6 and you take any more fear, then models will start running away in terror. And it also shuts down the unit's abilities. You simply
yeah,
can't do anything but reduce your fear.
okay.
Fear is increased by doing different things on the battlefield. Other creatures
We may
appearing
meet some
might
people. Yes.
increase your fear. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, that sounds cool.
we're going to kick off.
I think we do.
So who do you
Let's do
want to
this.
activate first? Do you want the legionaries or the archers?
Well, I'm going into this blind, so I'm assuming that I don't want to send my archers out there and have something pop out at them. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I think Marius would head forward and try and
Hmm.
make some ground on that portal. So what's the movement like?
So we don't do anything yet because first of all we have to see whether your movements, your voices have stirred the enemy.
Oh,
So
we're already causing problems.
we are.
Right. Okay. That's fair enough.
So first of all, we're going to see, does an enemy unit respond to you?
We've been quiet. I think we're probably okay.
Yeah. So we're going to check the spawn. So you're going to roll 2 dice.
2 dice. So I've got here blue dice, white dice, and green dice. Which set?
Let's roll some green dice for monsters, right?
Sure.
We're going to add the threat, which is only 1 at the
Okay.
moment.
And I roll 2 of these.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 5 plus the 1 for the threat is 6.
Oh, oh dear.
Did I say 6? I meant okay, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah, we've got 3 servitors of Mormo who have seen your movements and have been hunting you down through the
Already.
night. Now, how do
Okay.
we know where they're going to appear? We have a little spawn template
Hmm.
here, which is going to be in resin, and it is the Medusa face on a nice background, and this gives us the
Hmm.
numbers to determine the direction.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you roll 1 dice,
I'll roll a blue one because those green ones didn't do anything for me.
got
So this is I've got a 1 here.
a 1, so it's off to your left.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So
you
you're
always,
likely to not have behind you, but
yeah, that's right. But you always point the six towards your setup line. Doesn't matter which
this side of the
direction your
table.
unit is facing.
Yeah, yeah, you're always pushing in a certain
Yeah.
direction. Yeah.
So now
Okay.
we've got to see how far. Roll two dice and add four
So you guys had
in
four.
inches.
Okay. That is four, add four, that's
Eight
8 inches.
inches. Right.
Let's have a little look
And
here.
it's going to be from the far left-hand edge of the unit.
Okay, well, that's basically the table edge. Right on it, right on the table edge.
Right. So these were once Roman soldiers until last night when the unit got ambushed. The servitors of Mormo, as we call them, have been infected by this ancient magical powder, and tentacles have burst out through their torsos, through their heads. The
As
tentacles open with a serrated mouth, and they grow claws, and they're really fast. So,
oh, why do I get the feeling that we're going to be doing some sort of fear test at some
yeah,
point in the
yeah.
future? Okay, no, it's fair enough.
So we also have a spawn pool. So we're going to
Okay,
remove one of the spawn tokens because
okay,
that's been used.
okay. So we've gone from three down to two.
Yeah, so you know there's a potential for two more to come. That will refresh later.
Oh,
Yeah, don't worry, it gets worse.
yeah. Don't worry. I think you're using the term
There is
"don't worry"
constant
in a phrase
challenging,
I'm not accustomed
and
to.
something to remember with this game is it's actually meant to be hard, and sometimes it's fine to just retreat.
Yeah,
I mean, in this story, it's just you're just learning the rules. In the main game, you will get points for killing enemy units.
it's better
You
to
might
live.
not
Yeah.
complete the objective, and it might be just enough to get off with those points, buy some more
Mm,
soldiers, increase the training, and so on. Now, they're not going to do anything until this unit has
good
activated,
job. Okay.
and then they will activate. They can move a total of 8 inches. So if you do move a bit further away, they're not going to
Hmm.
get to you. Do you
I
want to focus on the ruins? Try and get the
I
ruins?
feel like we've got to make some progress. We can't just like turn
Yeah.
literally at the start line and face these.
And these will move next, so they then will probably move into line of sight so that the archers can
Yeah,
shoot
I
them.
might try and like get my legionaries to move in, draw these out, and
Yeah.
open them up for my archers. So they're going to make a tactical retreat. Uh, so these the legionaries can move. How far is it?
So here we go in the turn structure. So you can take two actions for free.
Yeah.
You can take a third, but it costs you one fear, and that's called pushing. You're pushing the unit beyond its
I
limit.
feel you're already trying to entice me into getting a bit fiery.
Yeah,
Well, let's definitely do one. Let's.
yeah,
I want them to move up to like kind of this line if possible.
yeah,
Open. So they're opening up. These guys are going to come out. My archers are going to.
yeah,
Marius is like on the left, and they're like,
yeah.
that's not how it works. It's like that.
Well, if they had a crossbow, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So first action is the move.
So
What do
let's
we
do
do?
the first 4 inch move.
Okay. Okay. We'll just bring those
Yeah,
there, and then these guys can like
yeah. Just keep that line.
all the people who are about exact measurements are probably cursing my name right now, but there we go. Just going to deal with
All right.
that.
So then you get another 4 inch move, but you don't have to.
What else can
And
I
well,
do
actually,
instead?
you can attack. You can move. An attack is a 4 inch move. We call it a charge. So you can move and fight. Move. You could. Oh, let's move his. If their
Oh yes,
if their
I didn't see it was behind the
fear
tree.
was
Sorry.
higher, you could get them to
Try and reduce it.
bolster, which is like reduce fear.
Okay. I mean, I feel like there's nothing to attack here, so we may as well push on
Mhm.
and let's move more. So we're going to go another 4 inches. Like we're just going to try and come around. Oops.
Yeah,
So there, Marius is
line them up.
line them
Yeah,
up on that. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, there's not quite room, so this guy will have to
yeah.
go behind. And there, their fear goes up
In
with
the
them.
full game, there'll be full rules for moving in formation.
Mm.
In this game, as I said, the rough terrain would break up your formation. I'll let you can as long as the unit is staying in base-to-base contact
Yeah.
and within an inch of each other, they're staying
So
in
this is
close
fine, but if
order.
I was to like try and like do that,
If
then
you
then
if
I'm
the unit had moved through that, then you would have
yeah.
lost your
I think
close
I kind
order.
of like. Well, tell you what. Let's play fair. Roman honor is a big thing.
It
So
is. Yeah.
so I'm gonna just bring them back because I think they would have curled slightly, and I maybe did cut the corner off a little bit there. So Let's
Okay,
just go for that.
so they've taken their turn. We're going
I
to
don't
put
want to anger the elder
a
gods by fudging the rules.
we're going to put an activation token. Then we've got a nice set of activation tokens. Well,
Sure.
the tokens for the game,
Yeah.
but we're just using these black ones for now.
Mhm.
Right. So we have to activate the enemy. There's only one enemy unit on the table, the Servitors of Mormo. So they're
Mhm.
going to take their action. What is their objective? Now, at the moment, the master objective is the unit that's closest to the objective. In
Yeah.
this case, we're using the place of power as the objective.
So they're wanting to
Marius. They want to
stop me
stop
getting there
Marius.
and do stuff.
But
Yeah.
they get two actions. So we're going to take a first action, then we'll reassess because
Okay.
maybe they'll be closer to another unit.
Okay.
So they're going to move, and they ignore all terrain as well. Doesn't affect them at all.
So
So they're going to move
4 inches.
4 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So they're all stumbling across this hill.
I'll move that out of the way. There you go. Oh no, it's all over for that guy.
Yeah. There we
It's
go.
the trouble. You take your head away and you replace it with the tentacle. Your center
Yeah.
of balance just it's
Exactly.
off.
Yeah. Now, is another unit within 4 inches?
No, I mean, I
No.
think
So they're still going to go for Marius
yeah,
because
which is
it's
interesting because
still
these archers are technically very slightly closer, but they're focused on their objective, so
yeah.
they're
So just show me where's 4 inches
4 inches
ahead again.
is
All right.
sort of
So
mid
they've
like here.
Marius's cunning plan has worked out. They've stumbled straight into line of sight.
Okay,
So do you want to activate the archers? Well, you
yeah, boy.
better have a list. So remember, we have to stop first. Has all this activity triggered another enemy unit? So first of
Oh,
all,
so essentially after before every single one of my units.
yes, yeah. As long as
Okay,
there are spawn tokens in the spawn
okay.
pool. So first of all, let's roll to see if something.
So this is 2 dice
Two dice
plus
plus
the threat
threat,
level.
which is still only one.
It's only one. Somehow, despite the fact there are giant tentacle monsters on the board. Uh,
Okay.
10 plus 1, it's
Is
11.
11.
This can't be bad.
Not at all. So, um, you have generated, or rather, what has emerged out of the mist is the Teufelshuns, which are these devilish
Right.
eyes that have been
Okay.
summoned from another
Let me
dimension.
have a look at the. Oh no.
Yeah,
Dogs.
there we go. They are all made of angles. They're dripping, sizzling blue pus. They're not fun at all.
No. So we
Yeah.
need to work out where these guys come from.
So
That's
let's roll a dice
1 to 6.
for
Yeah, let's move that.
the
Otherwise, I bash them with the dice.
yeah
We've got a 3,
three
so dead ahead
straight ahead.
of the
Okay,
archers.
could be bad for Marius.
It could be.
And then you're gonna roll two dice and add four for the distance.
Is
Okay,
okay.
so
That's 11 plus 4 is 15.
15 inches straight ahead.
At least it's not going to be in Marius's lap,
Yeah.
which is nice. Oop, sorry. Okay, so
There you go.
oh no, they're actually kind of right next to the place of power. So
So
my archers, I think, that's a problem for future Marius.
yeah.
This is the immediate problem. So let's use my archer's first action to
Now they've
shoot
got
them
a couple
down.
of options. They can do an aim shot.
Okay.
So an aim shot costs one fear,
Okay.
but it will let you re-roll ones. And
Okay.
also because they're normally a 5 or more to hit, but because they're in close order, they're a 4 or more to hit.
Right.
So you're
Okay.
hitting
So
on a
the
4,
benefit of being in close order.
and then you're going to re-roll ones if you use the aim shot.
Um, and am I
You can
allowed?
shoot twice as well.
Yeah, my second action can also be a shoot. Okay. Well, I will. I think we're gonna use the benefit of our close order. We're not gonna aim. We're gonna try and get 2 shots off. I think. So,
Okay.
how do we do the first of these shots?
One dice for each archer.
Well, there's 3 dice handily.
Yeah, and you're looking for 4s or more.
4s or more. Here we go. Shoot true, my friends. That's 1.
One hit.
Okay. What's better than none hit?
Yeah. So we now do a save throw for the servitors.
Okay. And are they looking for
It's
4s
just
or more?
one dice. One dice.
One. Oh, because only one got hit.
And they only save on a 5 or more. Oh,
Oh,
he saved. What a shame.
arrow ricochets off his
He's Roman armor.
tentacle. Yeah, yes, his armor. Okay, well, handily,
You get to shoot again.
shoot again. It was going to be better. Maybe I should. But
Do you want to do an aim shot this time?
No, because I didn't roll any ones last time, and it didn't would have
Sure.
helped me then.
Yeah.
Maybe later when I start to panic more. Oh, flipping it. Okay,
You
so
got
that's
one hit.
one hit, and we're gonna save with the servitors
Oh,
at last.
it failed.
At last.
Died. Now, if
Yeah.
you had have done two hits, which is half the unit's model rounded up, you would have staggered the unit.
Okay.
Staggered means they have to spend an action removing the staggered
Yeah.
token.
Sort of they have to
So
collect
you're
themselves. Yeah.
basically costing them an action. They've
Okay.
already acted this turn, so that wouldn't really have its benefit. For example, the Tooth Hounds haven't acted yet.
Yeah. So it's
So
good to deploy against people who haven't taken their actions yet.
yeah,
Just
but they're too
remove
far
that.
away from you at the moment to,
Yes,
and
that's
you definitely want to try and knock out these
okay.
servitors.
So I want to like give these guys an
So they've
activation.
done well. They've done two. You could take the third action. You still only
Or
got
give them a
one
fear
fear.
and maybe
Yeah.
shoot another one.
You can't shoot a third time then.
In that
Yeah.
case, there's maybe not much they can
You
do.
could
So,
move though, because maybe you want to keep up
so yeah, they
with your
don't want to get
force.
left behind. That's a
Yeah.
really good point. We
Yeah.
don't want to abandon.
Yeah.
Don't leave me behind, Marius. No, this is a very tall tree. I just have to
We
reach
can
out.
uproot it.
No, no, don't break my immersion.
They're actually a light formation, so they can
Okay,
keep close order and move through the trees and the shrubbery and rough terrain.
right.
So it gives they're a lot more flexible, but they don't have great armor set
Yeah, it
up.
makes
So
sense. You know, they're not as well armored, but you'd
yeah,
want your archers to be shooting out of cover and stuff,
yeah,
so they need to go in it. Yeah. So okay,
yeah.
they kind of like they cut through that tree, but I've tried to present them so they maybe I've left them a little close. Hmm.
I think
Oh well, it's the
the
choice.
servitors will still go for Marius next.
Good.
That's
We'll
fine.
sacrifice. I mean, Marius will throw himself in front of that.
Yeah,
Okay, so is it the Teufelhund?
it is. They are intangible, so they kind of walk through any terrain they
Well,
like.
that's
They're
great for
literally
them,
going to
isn't
come
it?
straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, great for them. So first of all, they're going to move 4 inches towards you.
Okay.
So let's
So this is all
kind
kind
of
of like determined by, there's tables that cover all this, isn't there?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so they are
like little
basically
stat
coming
lines.
just to this side of the tree,
Yeah,
a straight line.
literally leaping
S-
off the rocks. There
See if
you
I can balance. There we
go. Well
go.
done.
They do have another action, or they presumably going to charge into me.
Yes, and
Right.
the charge action for them, because they're feral, means they can actually move 6 inches and attack you. But
Great.
Romans are well trained; they can do a reaction.
Okay.
Reaction would let you charge them or let you shoot them with a loose action, a ranged attack using your
The
pylon.
pylon, yeah.
Now, if you can stagger them, they're going to lose the action. They won't be able to attack you this turn, which could be good. Now, the way pylon with these like heavy wooden spears with a big metal
Yeah.
spike on the end,
Yeah,
and
like
they were
this
used to
chap's
kind of
got one.
slow down enemies, and it's a
Yeah.
perfect instance
And
for this.
that's kind of a response rather than an attack I'm making here.
Yes, because you're making a response, it costs you 2 fear.
So I did wonder if there'd be a downside, but I get the impression things would be much worse if these guys come and munch on me.
Yeah,
So let's go for it. There's 2 fear. We're now on 3 fear with
yeah.
Marius's
So
unit.
now you're going to roll 3 dice, one for each of your
Okay, so there's my
legionaries.
3 dice for that.
And 2 dice for Marius because he's
Two.
got two attacks.
Nice. I knew I sent him on there for a reason.
He's just
So can I
he's
make
just
these
much
different
better.
colors? Different
Yeah, I would
colors? Yeah, yeah.
use the white dice. We're having white dice for the heroes, blue for the soldiers.
What am I
Uh,
looking for here?
they're both fives to hit with ranged combat.
Okay. Okay, fives. Here we go. I mean,
They don't get the same benefits of the archers.
on 5 dice, I should be able to. Uh,
Two
two.
hits. Now you have got a command point. You could re-roll
Yeah,
the
because at
dice
the
that
moment that's
miss.
like one has hit each of them, but they've still got to save, haven't they? So I might
Yeah,
want to
and they've both
be
got
sure.
2 wounds as well.
When
So
do I
you
get my command points back?
at the end of the turn
Oh,
to
let's
use next turn.
let's
So
spend them.
use them.
So
Go on.
that's one.
Yeah,
And can I reroll all or just some?
just the ones that failed. Oh well.
Oh well, I'm gonna try to use another command point.
No, you can only use it once.
Just command point, command point, command point. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
two is better
Two
than
hits.
two
It's
is better than
good.
none. So what are these
Their
guys saving on?
saves are a 5.
Okay.
Okay. So you inflicted 2 wounds, which killed one, and you've also inflicted enough to stagger them. So we're going to
So
give
wait,
them
2 wounds only kills one, as
each
opposed to 1 wound,
each
which
has got
killed.
2 wounds. These are
Okay,
tough.
you kept that one from me.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fine. All right then. Well, this chap over here, he's
Gone.
gone.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you. So I
Yes.
can't be trusted with
Might come
fragile
back.
things.
Never know.
I hope not. But he's been staggered. So
Yeah. So we're going to use this token
okay,
to show that it's been staggered.
excellent. So we're kind of at the end of turn one
Well,
now.
that it still continues its activation. It's got another action, but it has to use its action to remove that
Okay,
token.
I see. I see. Yeah. Okay. So
So
that's
that's
them kind of
done.
like slowed down at least.
Yeah. So now we have the Mythos phase. So various things that are going to happen in the Mythos phase.
Okay.
First, we're going to do Panic. Panic is going to affect anything nearby, actually within 4 inches. So let's just measure and see who is affected. I think, unfortunately, it's Marius.
Okay. So
But
this is
is
within
Marius
God.
affected by
So it's with
the
all
servitor?
creatures, like all Cthulhu monsters
Yeah,
cause panic. So
he's
that
definitely
is
going to.
definitely. It's just out. Look at
I think
that.
he's fine. So the two for hounds count double because they're much scarier. So
Yep. I'm getting to understand
they give you
that.
they give you two panic.
Two panic.
You are going to roll two dice, but -1 because good old trusty Roman legion are in close order, which
Excellent.
helps bolster their
I'm beginning
their
to
fear.
really,
So you're
really
rolling one
like
dice, and
close
you
order.
need to get higher than or equal higher than your grit, which is a
My
5.
grit is 5.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I was hoping for a touch more grit than that, but
yeah.
okay, I'll take what I'm given.
Okay.
Oh,
If
there
you'd
we go.
failed, you would have increased fear by
Failed.
1.
Failed. It's Marius. He knows what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Okay.
Um,
So that we've done the panic phase, so now it's the rest of the mythos phase. Threat increases by 1,
it just increases.
2.
There's nothing I
It
can do
does.
about that.
And
Okay.
and now we're going to roll on the threat table. So
Okay, what
if
do
you
I need to do
roll
for
a
that?
dice,
How many? Two?
just one.
Just one. Roll a green one. This is
Yeah. And this is a simplified version of what's going to be in the full game.
okay.
There's going to be lots of different. These are kind of different events that can happen depending on the level of
Okay.
threat.
So like
And
tied
magic
to this, is it tied to this
tied
location
to
or
the it's
okay?
tied to the storyline.
Okay, cool. I've rolled a 5.
A 5, and we cross-reference that with a threat at 2. Stolen advance. One of your units can immediately make a move action. So you've spotted your chance
Aha.
in the mists as they clear, and you can see obviously the ruins ahead of you. So do
Can
you?
I use that to move? Like, can I use it to charge this hand?
You can only take a move action. You can't do an attack.
Okay, fair enough.
So it could be that you close up your archers with your soldiers. There's a reason to do that. It's because archers have a trait. The Roman archers
That feels
were
like
one,
a good
one of the
idea.
only groups in the ancient world who were trained to shoot over their friendly troops, whereas
Right.
other archers could only
You just
shoot
didn't want to
kind
be in
of,
the way.
yeah,
Okay.
they needed a direct line of sight.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense as an idea to me because they can go through this rough terrain. It won't
Yeah,
affect them, but so they can just come up to here.
they could. Yeah,
So let's bring them through there, I think. And hello, sir, madam. There we go. So there we go. We've brought them sort of like sideways. They're kind of like.
yeah. So we're gonna let's not forget
Oh
to
yes,
move your
that fear
fear
comes with
marker
them.
with them. We take off the token, and you get your command point back at the end of the turn. You did have one left, but there wasn't really anything else you could have used it
I mean,
for. You have the ability to reduce. Uh, you can spend a command point to reduce fear by 1 of all units within his leadership range.
could I have done that to reduce the fear that
It has to be done at the beginning of the turn.
beginning of the turn? So I would do that in a few minutes, presumably.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Does that mean we're
So
nearly at
now
turn two?
we're at turn 2. Well,
Reduce fear?
the other benefit of having Marius nearby is his trait of inspiring means he reduces any units fear by 1
Okay.
um, that are nearby.
So like a passive thing.
Yeah,
So at the
yeah.
start of a turn, he
So
just
you've got that
naturally
extra command
loses.
point if you need it. So yeah, reduce.
Okay. I mean, I think thing is, I know it's only two, but I I'm kind of thinking my legionaries are going to come up here and engage the hound. Leave these guys open to take open the
Yeah,
servitors.
yeah. So
Um,
do you want to act? Because remember, we have to check for if anything
that assumes something
activates.
else isn't going to
Yeah.
turn up,
Oh,
which
we should have taken another spawn
we
token at
should,
that,
because
that
there's
second. So there's
two.
only one left at the moment. So there's possibly something that could. You can sense that there's something else moving out there that doesn't
Oh,
know where
good.
you are.
Yeah.
So now let's roll to see if something spawns. You're rolling two dice plus threat, which is
So
two.
2 plus 6, so that's 8.
Eight. An eight is three servitors and more, but there's already a unit on the table. So we go up to the next unit. We've got three ghouls of Mormo because I mean, if you had more
Right.
um,
So
servitors, let's think of them like zombies, but they've got giant mushrooms growing out of terrible wounds on their body
I
because
feel sorry
they.
for whoever did the art research for this. Their image search on Google must have been a horrible thing. Um, okay. So this is actually kind of interesting. So as we were getting to the end of the last turn, you're like, there's only one thing out there. I was thinking, well, I've got one hound left, and then if you maybe it's a tactic to not mop up everything and stop things
Mm,
spawning. But actually, if that means there's more chance of getting the next thing up because I rolled the servitors, can't bring them out again.
yeah.
I have to bring these out. Okay, that's not a great tactic. Where do they end up?
So we're going to take away the spawn token. So the spawn pool is
Okay,
now.
it is a 6
Oh, behind you.
behind me.
Okay, and how far?
Oh,
It's
very,
2d6
very far.
plus 4.
2d6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 that's 10
10.
inches. So I
10
get a feeling this is
inches.
going to be quite close to the table
Now,
edge, but let's.
if they can't spawn 10 inches away, we're going to re-roll the direction.
They can't. They would be off. They'd
So
be
let's
in the dice
re-roll.
tray.
Yeah, re-roll the direction. I'm sure you'd be happy that they
Re-roll the
spawn
direction, but it's
in
staying 10
the.
inches, is it?
Yeah,
Okay. The direction is now still behind
6.
us. 4, which
And
is off to
4 is
off to
45
the front
degrees
right.
off your straight ahead. So, and that's from Marius.
That's just on the edge of the board.
Right.
So,
So they'll appear there.
okay
You can
then.
hear a mooning sound. Creatures.
Okay, so we've got a new problem, but I think
Mm.
I feel like it is facing a thing. So could I just have my archers suddenly wheel and
Um,
let
as long
fly at
as
these
they've
new ones?
got basically anyone who's got line of sight can shoot. And just looking at them, I think most of them could.
Yeah.
Um,
In that case, I'm going to stick fairly to my original plan. I am going to have obviously activated
and you're going to
Marius
attack.
Legionaries. We're going to charge in and surround this dog and stick it with pointy sticks or
Okay.
swords. So they're within 4 inches. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Just double check in case my yeah they are. So we're just going to like charge up.
Now he's in rough terrain, so it's going to break up your close order
Hmm.
by attacking him.
Well, can I use command points to like try and offset that and like reduce my
I
difficulty?
mean, no, but you'll be able to use command points to reroll dice.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
So let's bring Marius in. Let's bring this guy on in, sort of like stabbing upwards. This guy's the distraction. Excellent. Okay, so they're ready to go.
Now, the enemies are going to counterattack you, so they will be attacking you back in
Okay,
the melee. So,
that's
and
fair.
that all happens simultaneously. If they were attacking you, you can you have a Roman ability to you can counterattack, and as Romans in close order, you would actually get to fight before they attack you, which is
Okay.
better. So it's in a sense, Romans are very good defensively
Yeah, it's like defensive training
as
coming
well.
in. Finally those
Yeah.
days at Legionary School paying off.
Yeah, let's grab the dice. So you need 3 for the soldiers, 2 for Marius because he's got 2
Thanks
attacks,
for
but only
that.
1 for the 2 for Hound.
Good, good.
It does have 2 wounds, but it's only got 1
Yeah,
attack.
there's only one of him left, so
So
okay.
you're looking for 4s for the 2 for Hound and the soldier and Marius to hit
Okay, let's just
relatively
roll all these at
straightforward.
once. Okay, so well, brilliantly. First of all, the two full
Miss.
hand has scuffed it. The the Warriors have also done it, but Marius is earning his paycheck with 6 and a 5.
Do you want to use a command point to re-roll those dice?
How likely is that to destroy the hand?
Well, it needs 2 wounds
Let's do
to
it.
go through, and you've only got 2 hits so far.
In that case, I can't afford
So
for it to save.
yeah,
So
it
let's
saves on a 5,
let's do it.
so it's got a chance.
That's a
One more
4.
hit.
So one more. That's not too bad.
Okay, so let's roll those 3 dice as saves.
Okay. So we're now looking for, is this 4s again for the hand?
5s.
5.
Hmm.
It's 2 4s and a 1.
But they also got all-out attack, which
Ooh,
means the Roman
not
soldiers do 2 hits.
including Marius. It's one of
Yes,
Marius's
yeah,
dice.
yeah, yeah,
Excellent. So
because
that's
he gains those
4.
traits.
Okay.
So
Excellent.
you actually did 4 hits. So you
4
need one
hits.
more save. Except, well, actually, he's dead because his saves are 5 and you rolled
Yeah.
3 misses. So
Fantastic.
the 2 for gone. And because you've just killed a unit, your fear drops by 1. There's that kind of moment of, yes,
Excellent.
for Rome.
Excellent. Don't pay attention to the zombies. It's fine.
Yeah.
So now there are only 2 things on the board.
Yeah.
Both say it. Does a spawn token come back?
No, because
Good.
well, first of all, it's you've still got the rest of your activation to do. You've taken
Cool.
one action. So the next thing would be so you can take a move, and as part of the move, you could reform into close order.
Okay. So I feel like I know there's the zombie problem over there and there's a tentacle problem over here, but I want to get towards that portal and
Yeah.
close that because then things will come to me and I won't have to
Yeah.
stagger around uh, worse than I have done to already. So that yeah, we can make that. I mean, we're going through the rough terrain, but we're leaving it, but we can reform. So
Yeah.
let's kind of come to here. Do I have to? How close do I have to be? And is it the
Just
scenery or the dice?
it's the scenery.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get back to it, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. As long as you're basically 2 inches from the
close enough to
from the
control. Yeah.
place of power, it's fine.
Okay, so that is now they're both of those on. So that's their activation
Give
done.
them
Let's give them
another
a.
token. Yeah.
Oh, it's not too much to see.
Uh, right now, one
Oh,
of these is going to activate next.
is it just a
So
50-50 chance, or is there some
well, who is
higher Eldritch force?
closest to Marius's unit?
It feel Marius himself is going to be those the those undead ghouls. Yeah, they're at 8 inches, whereas these guys are about 10.
Yeah, so it's going to be the ghouls. And the ghouls again are going to target Marius because he's right by the place of power, the
Okay.
objective. So they will now take a 4-inch move action. They'll
Okay.
stumble towards.
They don't move slower because you know they're the living corpse of the
Uh,
Okay, fine. Just checking. Okay, let's go over here. And they go in a straight line, but they don't really.
yeah, they don't care about terrain. They're just going to clamber over it. There will be some units in the big game that maybe get less actions, get more action.
Hmm.
There are enemy leaders, priests
Yeah, but
that might trigger units to move again. So
I'm learning at this stage, so
yeah.
don't go easy on me.
Right now, do you want to react? You could try and react with the archers, but they're outside of Marius's 5-inch leadership range. They
Yeah,
can't
they look like
do a
it.
reaction. But good
Yeah.
old Marius and his legionaries, they can react and throw pylum and
Yes.
try and stagger them
What's the
again.
range on that? Is that just because these guys are going to close in on them next
They're
turn?
in
It's the
range.
reaction.
Yeah, it's an 8-inch range
Okay, yeah,
of pylum.
that's fine.
Historians will argue over the actual range that
They
pylum
love
could be
it.
used.
Historians can't stop arguing.
Yeah.
Never go to the pub with a historian. But yeah, they're only like 4 and a bit inches, so they'll definitely charge and close that gap.
Yeah, they will.
So let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
react and
Okay, so it's going
and
to cost you
kill 'em.
2 fear, remember, to
Hey,
react.
we just rid of that fear. I could spend fear
Yeah.
easily. There we go.
And now you're rolling 3 dice for the soldiers, 2
Two
for
for
Marius,
Marius. There we
and
go.
you're looking for 5.
Will I spend a command point to get that down? No,
Well, roll the
that's
dice. You can
aiming,
spend a
isn't it?
command point to re-roll
Reroll
both.
aiming,
If
and we're not aiming
you've
and
got one
supposed to.
left at the moment.
Yeah, one's all you need. Oh, look at that. That's a grand 2.
2
I
sixes.
mean,
Didn't do anything different. So
I
you got 2 hits.
feel like I want to use that. I want to make sure with of these things. If I can get rid
You
of
haven't
2 of
activated the
these,
archers yet, so you might want to save that other command point for
that's
them.
true.
You could try though.
But what are the wounds on these ghouls?
They only take 1 hit.
Okay, so in theory, I could do more than half and stagger them.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, let's let's see. Let's see. Let's be careful and see what
All
happens. So
right.
they've got 2 hits.
And their saves are
I've been using the wrong coloured dice. How
a
terrible of
6.
me.
So they're pretty poor.
A save on a 6. So they've got 2 saves, 2 hits. Oh,
They
that was
miss.
close.
2 5s.
Two
Right. So
fives.
you've killed 2 of them
Excellent.
and you've staggered the other one.
Okay, let's get rid of
So
these 2 at the front.
yeah.
There we go. I'll give
I'm going
those.
to put that
Thank
staggered
you. I'll
token.
give you your ghouls back.
Thank you.
May they never darken my door again.
Right.
Okay,
So
so I'm pretty pleased
So
with
you've
them.
taken your reaction. They now have a
Second action, which is to remove that
yeah,
stagger. So their turn
stop.
ends, so we'll put that there.
Yeah,
Okay, well, that's good. So it's now my archer's turn.
you've got to activate. So
So,
now remember, we would roll to spawn, but there's nothing in the spawn pool.
okay,
So
I'm
nothing.
worried that that spawn pool is going to fill up at some
Yeah.
point.
So it seems like the mists have cleared. You could see for a
Yeah.
while around you. It doesn't look like there's anything too close.
So let's just check. These chaps here would be
As
now.
long
Are
as
they
they're
gonna are
within
they gonna head
10,
are they gonna head to
they're
Marius or
still
to
going to go
me?
for Marius because Marius is closest to the objective.
Okay, I feel like let's try and deal with these guys because they haven't gone, and I like the idea of staggering seems to be working out.
Hmm.
So,
I think you're going to have a problem though that one of them is not. Oh, actually, no. I think all of them can see at least one of the target units, so you're fine.
okay, okie dokie.
All right,
So,
let's just also put a activation marker next to the
oh
ghouls,
yes,
just so we
thank you.
know that they've gone.
So last time I didn't aim and it didn't work out. So let's aim.
All right,
So I've got my 3
yeah,
for my
that's going to cost 1 fear.
hey,
So let's roll.
so I'm re-rolling ones and I'm looking for fives or
And
more.
you're in close order, so you're still 4 to hit
4 to hit, excellent.
and re-rolling ones.
Okay, well that didn't really work out. We got one.
Hmm.
Uh,
Now, we can't use the other cabal point to help them
we're
actually
too
because
far from
we're
Marius.
yeah too far away at the moment.
Okay, well, maybe we'll at least remove one, and that would still stagger them if one of them
It
moves
would
because it's
because of
half.
half of what's left.
So these
Let's
guys are
roll the
looking for
same.
fives, I
Fives,
say.
yeah.
Yeah. Excellent,
Killed one and hit staggered.
excellent. So let's. There's a staggery. Oh, you've got one there. Go for it. So that is. They have another action, don't they?
Yeah, they can shoot again.
I feel like maybe I want to bring them closer so they can benefit from Marius, but
Hmm.
uh,
Decisions.
yeah. There's no. This is the thing. I feel like they're.
He's only going to be able to move 4. That one's not gone. Nothing else is spawning. So you,
Yeah, maybe we close in a bit.
yeah,
Maybe
you've got
we do
time
close in.
to
And if
consolidate.
these guys aren't affected by the cloud, I can get them on this hill,
You can,
can't I?
yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Give them a bit of a.
I've done this. I've done an archery before. You go on hill. That's how it works. The old the two full hand hill. Put these guys up here.
Okay, so let's move their fear dice up with
Yep, they're up
uh,
there, and an
and
activation token.
yeah,
I've got one here. That's
yeah.
fine. Put that there, like that.
Right.
Next up is the only one
Yeah.
left to activate
So
is
his
the.
first action is going to be to remove the staggered
Mhm.
marker, and then he takes an action. He is going to move towards Marius because Marius is closest.
Yep.
There he goes. Unit's closest, and he is
It's just
closest
going
to
to
the
be the other
objective.
side of this
Yeah, and that
this piece of.
completes his turn.
There we
So put
go.
a marker next to him. Now, you've done all your activations. Let's do
Mythos. Is it?
panic.
Panic,
Panic
yes.
first. So, these guys are all only going to inflict panic 1 on you.
Okay. Is that cumulative or is it just the highest one?
It is, well, we're doing it per
Oh,
unit. So
okay.
let's start with this guy. He inflicts 1 on these guys.
Okay.
So you're going to roll 1 dice.
And I want.
No, 1 dice, but it's reduced to 0 because they're in close order. So
You
again,
can't.
great reason for Romans to be in
You
close
can't
order. It
shake them.
does.
They're just. They're
Yeah.
great.
Now the ghoul is, I believe, within 4 inches of the archers. Is
Yeah,
it not?
he is, but not
Yeah.
of
So
the.
they're going to suffer hit panic. So they need to although they're in close order, they're not Roman legionaries, so it doesn't help
That's
them as
fair.
much.
So, and the
Uh,
total they're looking for is what, 5 or 6 or
it's a saving against their grit, which is five.
5?
Now, if actually it would be cumulative, so if multiple units were
Right.
close to them, you'd add up all of that.
Okay. But in this, we've
So
managed to just stagger it. So this guy's close to them
yeah,
and the ghoul is close to them. So yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
and
good to
if
know.
they outnumbered your unit because they were a bigger unit and you've been whittled
Then
down,
there's
it also
yeah.
has a greater
Okay.
effect.
We got 4.
Okay,
So
missed.
they
So
they they,
gain
they
one
panicked.
fear.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's
There's
up to three.
3.
Okay, so in the Mythos phase, we increase
Threat
threat
goes up
by
again. The
one,
Fed
three.
increase, and I am looking to now roll 1 die to add to this. I'm going to look it up on the threat table.
Yeah, a three
3 + 3.
out of the mist. So
That doesn't sound good.
a couple of things. Magic goes up by one in the ruin,
Okay, so
which
that's
is
now on
bad.
4.
Bad news. And we add a token to the spawn pool, so something else
That is definitely not
can now
good.
appear.
Okay, right. Okay. If we'd have already had 3 in there, would we have gone up to 4?
Yeah.
You could go over that initial limit. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Life's fun in the army, isn't it? So we're now into turn 3.
Yeah, you get your command pool
Hmm.
is reset.
And Marius's unit gets a reduction in fear by 1.
And anyone within 5 inches.
I
So
am so glad I moved my archers up.
yeah, there you
There we
go.
go.
It's definitely worth it. Now
So,
remember, now you're close to the ruins. You could do
mm,
the action to try and reduce
this is what I was going to say.
the mech and the
It
ruins.
feels like this is what we need to do. Rather than we've got all the way here, we're not going to back off and away from it and take on these guys. I'm going to try and leave that to the archers to do what they can. As a result, what I want to do is I want to activate the archers first and try and at
Mm-hmm.
least
Whittle them down.
whittle what's down. Something's coming in to hit Marius.
Yeah.
And I want the archers to hold that point as much as they can.
Okay.
I feel like now, try not to metagame, Steve. Which do you think is going to hit harder, a ghoul or a servitor?
Well, the
Well,
servitors, if they roll a six, they get one out attack, which means they inflict 2 wounds. The
ghoul is
The
just horrible.
the ghouls, if you don't save the hit, they inflict 2 wounds. So actually, they're worse.
Okay, well,
But it's harder for them to hit, and they're easier to kill. Whereas the servitors have got Roman armor on as well.
I mean, well, let's start with the
Mm,
ghouls. Maybe we can use our second attack to turn around and
for sure.
look to
But
the right.
first, remember, we have to check for spawns.
Oh yes,
So you've decided that
I got
the
used to there
archers are going
being
to
no
be
spawn
the
target.
point from where we activate. So roll a dice. We're going to add 2 dice
2 dice
plus threat.
plus threat. Here we go. Threat is 3. I'm going to add in
Seven.
7,
It's
so that's
10.
around
Well,
10.
that's three. That would have been 3 ghouls and Mormo, but because we've already got one on the table, guess who comes back? Our
No,
friendly,
not the doggos.
our friendly
Oh
doggos. Yeah,
God.
the two hounds appear through another portal. Where do they appear?
Where do they appear? Let's see. Okay, they're going to
So we're looking at
appear
our Medusa head.
at 2,
At
which
two,
is
yeah,
sort of forward left,
yeah,
and they are going
45
to
degree
appear 4
northwest,
plus 5.
9 inches. Okay.
It's going to be pretty much the
Oh,
other side of the portal,
so
isn't
you
it?
definitely do want to make sure Maris is
Yeah.
and they can't appear within 2 inches of Maris, but that's fine. They're okay.
Okay, they sort of appear. Let's just
But
double
they're
check that.
definitely
Yeah,
in charge range.
they are. Okay. These archers just keep
Mm,
attracting all the hounds. That's not good. Okay. Anyway, well, that worked out fine last time. We'll deal with
yeah,
that. So the archers are now going to turn to their left and shoot open fire on the ghoul. So it's just 3 for that, 1 for each of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
They don't get anything else. Could aim, but that would use fear. And I think Phil at the moment
It's a last resort.
appear to have
Yeah.
found out that I'm suddenly surrounded.
Yeah.
All 3 points around me. So let's maybe not just take on extra fear. So here we go. That is 3.
Sorry, it wouldn't have been a command point to aim. It would have been a fear.
2 fear, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I got there. It's 4 of them all, isn't it?
Fours or more. Yeah.
4 of them all. So 3
Three
against that
hits.
ghoul.
3 hits. So let's roll his saves. He needs to roll 3 save. getting sixes.
He got a
He's
1, 2, and a 3.
long gone.
He's very much punctured.
Yeah.
There we go. Goodbye, sir. There's a there for you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one, and then I think you're right. We
And
want
your
to.
fear goes down
Oh yes, because
by
we.
one as you killed a unit.
Da-da-da-da. Okay, the ghouls dealt with, and I think
You've got another action.
I have, and it's clearly going to have to go against those hounds because
Yeah.
I did take. I have to admit, the hounds intimidate me, and I thought at least I can get a personal win from getting rid of the ghouls. Well,
Yeah.
let's do this. So I'm going to pull a name. So that's +1 or +2 fear. I forget.
That's +1.
+1. So we've gone up there to
Yeah.
2 fear.
So now you're re-rolling ones. You're
Yep.
trying to get fours.
Yep.
You've still
And
got command points.
I
You can
have. I
re-roll
think we're
that.
going to be using those a lot.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see how this goes. We've got four,
Oh,
4, and 5.
3 hits.
3 hits. So those
They're going
hounds,
to make 3 saves
3 saves.
at fours.
Oh, that's a bit weird. So there's 2. That's the 1 hit gets through.
1 hit. 1 hit gets through, so we get 1 wound.
Wound. Yeah. The unfortunately they're 2 each. So that's
Uh,
not ideal. I thought with a 4, 4, and a 5 I'd be
put a little wound
doing
mark
God's
down.
work,
And
but
you haven't staggered them because
yeah.
there's still 2 of them there.
Yeah, and obviously I can't use command point to reroll their saves, so I think they just out toughed me.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
can't
now
shoot again.
no, we're too tired.
Yeah.
We need like 5 minutes in the sandwich, and then we'll be ready to go. So now let's go see what's going to happen. Is the Hound or
Yeah.
the Servitor going to activate? How do we?
Well, who's closest?
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
Who's closest to Marius?
Oh God, it's going to be the Hounds, isn't it? The Marius himself, that is 5.5 inches, whereas this is 5 inches.
The hounds have it. So
Release the
they're
hounds!
going to come in for a chomp.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
they are, I think you just said they're 5 inches away, so they're definitely within their
They are,
normal
yeah.
feral charge distance. So their
Mm.
first action is to charge in and attack. Now,
Can I
this is where
react with the
you can't react because you can only react once they've finished
Right,
an
okay.
action. But you can do what we call a combat response. We're going to see how that works.
This basically just bracing for being chopped on.
Yeah, so let's see. These guys move in.
Okay.
I think he's
He can go through.
leaping. He's leaping through
It's not dog
the.
noise. Never mind.
Right. So combat responses. You've got 3 choices. Do
Okay.
nothing. Just
That doesn't sound good.
hide behind your shoes.
Okay.
You can counterattack or defend. So defend is you're actively trying to block them. You're
So,
spending energy. It's going to cost a fear, and you're going to increase your save by 1. So you'll save on 3s or more.
sounds good.
Higher chance of surviving the fight. Or, again, good thing about Romans is they can counterattack. You can attack back.
Mm.
Also costs 1 fear, but you get to attack first. Sorry, it costs 2 fear.
Too fair.
It's 2 fear. It's little, so it's because
So it's
you
like,
get a
yeah.
bigger advantage. It costs 2 fear, but you're going to roll your dice first and hope to kill. One of them's got 1 wound, so you're going to
Mm.
hopefully try and reduce the number of
Yeah.
hounds
It's do
attacking
I
you.
want to hunker down or hopefully I can make enough of an injury on them?
Yeah,
I think we'd counterattack. I
yeah.
don't I don't want to just like defend extra against it and then still have the problem of
Yeah,
hounds
to
there.
be honest, so the Romans also have shield wall, which
Okay.
would let you re-roll ones when you're making saves. But these hounds attack your grit. Your grit has to be used.
These hounds
So,
have a counter for
so actually,
everything.
that's not as useful. I think if they weren't the hounds, it might have been a good choice.
Okay.
But I think if you go on the offensive,
Yeah.
it's
Let's
probably better.
let's let's try and do
So it's
that.
2 fear to counterattack,
I will
but
take
you're going
that.
to be rolling your dice first. So you
So
are rolling 3 dice for the soldiers, 2 for
2 for
Marius.
Marius.
You're hitting on 4s. Okay.
Okay. Come on, Marius. Lead your men to glory.
Oh,
Well, three.
do you
Three.
want to use a command point? You haven't used any this turn.
Yeah, let's just be
Re-roll
safe
those.
and
It's
sound.
Marius that missed.
I know. Well, that's the thing. He's like,
Too busy.
normally wouldn't spend command points, but his personal pride is at stake.
Oh,
All
five
hits,
hits.
5 hits.
Great. So
You could
the
sound a bit more enthused there. Yeah, great. Yeah. Well done, Steve. You've not been eaten.
well, the two full hounds save is a 4.
Okay, so
So
let's see
they
what they get. And
and
I'm going to need
they
5 of these.
yeah,
Let's see. 2,
they save 2.
and
One has
then
gone through.
3. So they said
2 have gone through.
3 because that
So,
was a 5.
so you've done 3 wounds.
Yeah. No, 2 got through because they rolled a 4, a 4, a 5, and a 2, which I re-rolled. So they saved against 3 of those 5.
Oh
So
right,
only
yes.
2 went
2
through.
went through. So you've got enough to kill one of them.
Okay.
One has got a 1 wound. So we're going to remove
Yeah, let's just
this one.
take the strongest down.
Yeah. And
That's
so now
half.
he gets to attack.
He doesn't get staggered, does he? Because there's
Um,
half gone.
he does get staggered. Yeah. Which is
Okay.
good because he's only used 1 action so far.
Excellent. We've sort of like held him back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, right. Let's roll for him now. He's only rolling 1 dice.
Yep. And he rolls 1.
He's definitely missed.
Yep.
So you're fine.
I'm so happy.
So now what we do, consolidate. You never end with the combat with units still in combat. You always move them apart. The side that lost moves back 2 inches.
Okay.
So
I mean,
the
I feel
hound,
like I didn't lose there. I feel good.
yeah, the hound is going to snarl
Yeah, it's all like
and move
slink
back,
back.
staring at you, evil-eyed. And
Okay.
its next action is going to be to remove the staggered token. So
Excellent.
you've survived to
Yeah.
tell the tale.
Nice. Nice. So, did that use any of my
Actions.
actions?
No,
No,
well,
it didn't, did it?
you've already gone this turn. Actually, we should have put a
Well,
thing.
the archers have gone. These guys haven't gone yet.
Ah, yes, that's right. Yeah. No,
Um,
because the cost of that was the fear.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Okay.
So now it's your
Yeah.
motivation. So you've only got the Roman soldiers to activate.
Yeah. I think that there's maybe I'm not playing with a full deck at the moment, but I feel like I've seen stuff off and I feel like I'm holding my ground. One servitor and one hand. They are problem. The hand is gone. I don't have to worry about that till next turn. The servitor, maybe I do, but I have to admit the fact that that purple magic die is on 4, and you said it when it gets to 6, it's not great. I'm kind of worried about that. So I feel like I wanna can I interact with the portal and
You
try and
can
reduce
you
that?
can try and destroy the magic in the ruins, the deface the runes,
Let's do it.
whatever's causing the
Um,
magic to be
how
gathered.
do I do
So
such
you're going to be
desecration?
rolling against your magic. Marius's magic is a 6
Oh,
because he's well educated, and the
yes.
legionaries are a 5. They're pretty good at
Okay.
defacing things and scrawling
Yeah. They're a bit more.
rude Roman graffiti over everything. They've had
Yeah.
done it everywhere across the empire. So
Okay.
you can make a test for them. It's 1 dice per model.
Okay. So, one dice per model there. So I'm
Yeah,
looking at. I want 5s or more on the blue and
6
6
on the
on
white.
the
Yeah,
white one. Come on, guys. Going to show how smart you are.
all missed.
Um,
They weren't very good at
Magic's
that.
not their strong point.
No,
All
no.
they know is shiny armor and formation.
They've just been writing
Um,
Marius was here, and it's
yeah,
not having any effects on the magic.
yeah.
So are you sure you want to do that again? Because you've got a couple of monsters either side of you that are about to
This doesn't
attack.
have any bad. I
You
haven't
haven't
like
increased the
turned the
magic.
magic up, have I? Like
No.
open the force up more. Okay. Maybe I do then, and maybe I want to kind of break out of. Is it wise to? Because I feel like I don't want to abandon the point.
Well, the magic's only going to go up to, well, it might go up to 5 this turn. So you've still got a bit of breathing space
Okay.
before it does
Well,
anything
maybe in
worse.
that case we should. Maybe that was a bad idea. We'll talk that one up to more book learning needed. Um,
You could throw a Pilum at the,
yeah, let's do that. I don't want to move. I don't want to move away from
because
my
he's still
place.
got to activate.
Yeah, I don't want to move away from where I am, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
like use my pylon attack
yeah.
against the servitor.
So then
So
it's 5 dice, 3 for the
take
soldiers,
that.
2 for
Yep,
Marius, and you are looking for 5.
5s. 2. I've
2
got
hits.
1 command point. I may as well use it.
Might as well. Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a few more hits out of that. Yep.
No.
the days of big rolls are over. So that's
Right.
two against the servitor.
Let's roll 2 saves.
So now he'd save. He needs
2 5.
fives, and he's on that. He got 1 5.
But he's gone.
He's
That's a
gone.
kill. Skewered.
That's much easier than magic. Just killing
They're better
things.
at killing things.
Exactly. It feels like what they're doing. So they're all exhausted now.
Yeah.
That's their
Well, they
activation
took.
done.
Oh, yeah, they've taken 2 activation. They could take a third, um, but they can't repeat an action more than
Yeah,
twice.
they've kind of like. I think, and there's nothing I can really do to.
They can't bolster because it would be a third action, which increases fear. Bolster
Yeah,
reduces fear by 1, so there's no point.
yeah,
But
but
however, you did. Yeah, you killed a unit, so your fear goes down
yeah,
by 1.
we'll find the third. There we go. 3 fear.
Okay. I think
I think
that's
that's all I can
the
really
end of the turn.
practically do, isn't it?
So, first of all, panic. That dog, the two-foot hound, dripping,
Yeah,
sizzling, who passes still
I'm not happy about that.
concerning.
So let's
It's
see.
prowling around, ready to pounce again. So,
There's just one die for this, isn't it?
he causes 2 panic, but you're in close order, so you reduce that by 1.
Okay, so back down to one,
So you roll in 1 dice
and I
against
want
your
to
grit, which is a 5.
5. Yeah, of course, because Marius is on the team, and
Yeah.
the Legionaries have quite gritty.
Oh,
5.
you're okay. You're okay.
Excellent. I'm feeling pleased with this.
Right. So then, threat increases by 1 to 4,
Okay,
and let's roll 1d6.
okay, let's go for a monstery dice because it's never good. Uh, 1.
All right.
That
Oh
seems
dear.
good. Nice and low.
Crackling energies.
Doesn't
Now,
sound
this
good now.
increases magic by 2. Whichever of your units is closest to the place of power suffers a number of hits equal to the number of magic points
What
it has. It
the
currently
magic?
has 4 magic points.
So it's now a 6.
No, it currently has 4.
Oh, okay.
So, but this is going to increase it to 6. So you're
Okay.
going to take 4 hits. 4 hits, yeah.
Okay.
So you need to make 4 saves.
Is this against the Legionnaires, so with
Yeah.
Marius as well?
So again, you can decide, does Marius want to take a hit? Or
Yes,
is it
Marius is going to do 2 of the dice.
2? You
Yeah.
could kill him if he fails.
Oh, yes, of
So you
course.
might want to roll 1 each for the
The
soldiers and
perfect
1.
number. Here we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Marius is
So
putting
you're
himself in
rolling,
line of fire, but not too
you
much.
need 4s.
4s.
50-50.
Wow, you throw my life away so carelessly there, Chris. Uh, 3, a 4 for Marius, and a 5.
Yeah, you've
So,
taken 1 wound, so one of the Roman soldiers succumbs to the crackling magic that
oh
bursts out the ruins.
no. It's I feel like it's the guy who's holding his pylon up like a lightning conductor.
Yeah. So now we're going to increase the magic to 6,
Yeah,
which is bad news.
that's not what I was kind of
Unfortunately.
worried about that. Okay. What does that
Uh,
mean, Games Master?
So what that means is next time we increase threat, that's going to increase threat by 2, which means is you're going to hit the 6, and
Oh,
that's when even worse things happen.
oh no, and the only people close enough to sort it out are the dum-dums who
Of
didn't study
course.
magic at Roman Magic Academy. Ah, okay,
Right.
okay,
So end of the turn. So let's clear the tokens, except for the
sure.
wound token.
Yeah, let's not get rid of that.
So now it's turn 4.
Yeah,
Uh, threat is now 4.
yeah. No
Roving,
spawn.
no spawns. There is a roving two-foot hound. He's wounded, but he is a
Yeah,
threat. And the
dragging his
ruins
paw.
are at magic level
Yeah.
6, which means they're going to really ramp up. In the full game, actually a ruin getting to 6 is pretty bad.
I
It
mean, it
can
doesn't feel
trigger all
great in the
sorts of
prologue, to
scenario
be
effects.
honest. I don't feel like
Yeah.
I'm.
In this, it's simplified down to just
Yeah.
increase. It's going to increase the threat by 2 at the end of this round.
Okay. This is the thing.
So
I kind of like have to admit, maybe like the past turn, I was starting to feel a bit cocky. I was like, I'm managing to control these guys, and I've got some nice lucky rolls coming in.
yeah.
But the fact that I've just had a guy evaporate, it does something to your confidence. So, um, I think what we're going to do is the archers are going to try and deal with that two full hand. I'm going to leave. I maybe archers are better at magic, but I just don't feel like.
Hmm.
I feel like it's better to deal with things from a range. So the archers are going to try and deal with the two full hand, and the legionaries and Marius
Okay.
I'm gonna try and remember what they learned in magic school.
All right, let's do it. So, are you going to do a aim shot?
Well, first, oh no, there's no spawn, so
There's no
yeah,
spawns. We don't have to check.
so no point. Yeah, I think we're gonna pull out all the stops to try and get these. I want to make sure these dogs do not exist anymore. So that's an extra fear for an aim
Yeah.
shot.
So up
If I
to
can
three.
find a three, there we
Yeah.
go. We've got a
Oh,
5, 5, and a 6.
pretty good.
These
Oh,
archers are
there
going to
we
get a
go.
commendation when they go back home.
That's three hits on the two full hand.
Excellent.
He saves on a four.
Okay, and he has 3 dice.
Three dice. He's got to save. Any one hit will kill him.
He got
Good thing he rolled a
one.
one.
That one. Oh
Yeah.
man, there we go.
He
Okay,
needs one.
so
So you've got one action left.
okay.
You don't have to use it.
I don't feel like there's.
You could bolster, which means
Yes,
you reduce your fear by
let's
one.
do that. We've got a fear on there, so we'll bolster.
They're just going to take a pause,
Yeah, have a little
look
drink
around. Yeah.
to get it sorted. Meanwhile, we then go to Marius and the Legionaries.
Yeah, there's no other enemies
It's
to
time. It's
activate.
time to do it, guys. It's time to be magical. Oh, no longer are there 3 dice. There are two
Yeah, lost one.
because of evaporating
He's
Joe.
yeah.
Okay, so we're down one. We are looking for
Now remember, you're trying to roll your magic,
yeah,
which
so
is
5s on the blues and 6 on Marius's
yeah,
dice. Here we go. Here we go. Uh, yeah,
that
no
that
distractions didn't help because
that
that's two.
that's failed. Sorry. So
Guys, pay
prize.
attention in class next time. Come on.
This is right. It is harder to face the ancient magic. So you've used
No,
that's one action.
okay. I mean,
You can try again, or you could bolster. You know something bad's coming, so you could bolster and reduce your fear
what,
in
what,
anticipation.
what would
Although
you?
that will you will do that next. Maybe I would try reducing the magic again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, okay, okay. Come on, come on.
No. Oh dear. Okay. Well,
This is.
so
I'm so I don't like
it
magic.
is the end of the turn. First of all, panic. There's no creatures on the
I don't
board
know.
to
There's
cause
plenty of
you
panic
any
going on in my head
panic.
right now. 'Cause
Now, threat would normally now go up by one to five, but the magic overflowing in the place of power bumps it up to six.
it's all going so
So
well when it was just down to
now
violence.
we don't roll on the threat table when it gets to six because what happens is a chosen of Maw mode is summoned.
Oh, good.
We're going to reset the threat to one, so you are going to get a
It's a
boost of
silver
one.
lining, though, I suppose, isn't there?
But we add three spawn to the spawn pool,
Right.
and then set up a chosen within 2 inches of the place of power and close enough with at least 1 inch away from your unit.
Okay. So he's going to take on my guy who forgot to bring his helmet.
Yeah, but that's next turn.
Oh,
So,
good.
and you always get to go first, so you've got a chance. You've got
Yeah,
a
yeah.
chance to do something about him.
I'll level with you as we come into what now is turn 5. This isn't how I pictured it going. Um, it felt like it was going better than this, but this guy I feel is going to ruin my day.
hmm
Tell me how he's going to ruin my day.
Well, the chosen are particularly vast and terrifying
Yep.
creatures. Their panic is three, so if you
Okay.
survive to the end of the turn, they're going to be could be inflicting a lot of
Okay.
fear. Uh, they have a trait called Feed on Power. They have a number of attacks equal to the highest magic dice on the
No.
table,
Oh, okay.
which means they are rolling six dice.
So very important to be able to stop magic, unlike.
You need to go in and do a lot of well. Either you pull down, but you can really only reduce the magic by about one action trying to deface it. So you might
Yeah.
be able to get the magic down to two, but in the meantime, you might as well. You should probably just attack him. But we
Yeah.
have got three more
So
spawn
if I
tokens.
get
So
to like it's turn 5, if I then get to the end of turn 7, is it just like a flat? You've done it. You can now
end of turn seven, if Marius is still there,
Marius. Marius is all I
yeah.
worry
The
about.
rest of them are grunts. And in the actual game, If the heroes make it back to the fort, the soldiers, anyone of the soldiers who died, get replaced in their unit, and you can spend the various denarii that
Okay.
you'll get for units on buying extra soldiers that
Right.
increases or you could spend it on training your
So you could
soldiers.
return to a previous scenario
You
and
can
try
come
it
back,
with a different force, boot
come back, yeah.
bolstered
And at some
team.
point, the game does scale with you,
Yeah.
but you'd be able to come back with maybe some more soldiers,
Yeah.
a few more archers, make a beeline for those ruins
Yeah, so you could be
quicker.
like, I want to field more archers. I feel like that's what I want to,
Yeah,
maybe it doesn't, I don't think archers
you
are going to
choose
work
your
out against
fighter.
this guy, but we'll
You could
see how
even
it
bring
goes.
another hero as well.
Excellent. That seems like a good thing. More
Yeah.
heroes. Definitely, I'll be doing that.
Right.
So, first off, we start, Marius reduces the fear by one,
Yeah, he
despite
does.
the odds. I mean,
Yeah.
somehow he's like, guys, don't look over there. That'll be fine. I think, well, we know that this chosen is going to go. I can't stagger it unless I do really well. What
I
is it
mean,
better?
you
Is it
could
better to?
hit it you could try hit shooting twice with the archers.
This is what it feels like. Maybe try and like at least
You
pepper
might
it
get
a bit.
lucky if you do two aim shots.
The archers, I think they do have to take the shot and let the
Hmm.
chosen come to my
Yeah.
legionaries. Um, there's a whole new spawn set of tokens now though.
Yes. So if you want to activate the archers, we're going to do a spawn test. But
I do.
remember, threat's gone down to one.
Yeah,
So there's a low chance to roll 2d6 plus threat.
2d6 plus threat. Threat is one.
Yeah.
Add to 12.
Well, the hounds,
Oh come on!
they can't get enough of you. They're so nice. Those
Have I got
nice,
like sausages in my
tasty
pocket or
Romans.
something? They just keep turning up.
So let's
Okay.
roll for direction. We can roll these together. So if you roll one dice for direction
That's
and
true.
the two dice for distance, it
Okay,
will
that's
just
true.
speed
Well, the
up.
green is direction then. So green direction is 5. So off
So
to this
five,
side.
actually, yeah, to the right
That they won't
or
fit
to
on
the
the table, I
east.
don't think. So do we want to
So that's
re-roll?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15 inches. Yeah. So let's just
That's
re-roll direction,
very much
but it's
off
going to
the board.
be 15 inches. 4
4. That wouldn't
is at a
fit.
90 degrees.
Is it? Would you say it's 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't fitting either.
Okay.
So let's keep going until we get a
A
what? A
1.
1. That will fit.
Yeah.
Just. All right then. So, well, hands are one thing, but there is the giant tentacle monster that's appeared. So
Yeah.
let's concentrate on that for now. I'm going to take one fear to aim.
Yeah.
I
Aim
get,
shot. Re-rolling ones.
and I'm hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Time to earn your rations. Uh,
That's
2,
two
and there's a
hits.
1,
You
and
can
there's a 1,
re-roll that.
which is another 1. Do I get to be rolling
No,
yet?
you don't get to re-roll it.
Oh well, it was nice while it lasted.
Hmm.
So he's got 2. So he rolls 2
Yeah.
saves. 4 and a 1.
He failed. I've got some good news for you. The chosen actually only has 4 wounds. So
Um,
actually, that's good because you've done half his
okay.
wounds. So
Okay,
you
so
going to try
I
again?
think yeah, we do that again. We've just got to let forth another volley and see how it
Yeah.
goes. So re-rolling ones, hitting on 4s.
Oh,
That's 3 hits,
3 hits.
and here we go. He saved 3, and oh, sorry, fish memory. What is it? He had off of 4s, is he?
He saved on 5s.
5s.
Yeah.
Okay, well he saved 2 of them.
Took another hit. You could almost. Oh wait. Oh no, you can't. You can't
Don't
use your command point on that one.
don't
Not very
dangle that
cute.
in front of me. It's like, oh, you could no, it's fine.
Oh, he's got 1 hit. What are you gonna do?
Well,
It's like,
those guys are out of actions, and
yeah,
they can't push,
they can take a third action,
but not shoot.
but you've got to think ahead. So, how is this gonna go?
I mean,
Do
I'm
they want
assuming
to
there's going to be screaming.
start retreating? I mean, to be honest, it's whether Marius makes it off the table. If you can get him off the table after 7 turns. But I think this is you just want to see what happens in this case. We want to see
Yeah,
Marius dive in. Of course, if he fails, he gets to live another day. Crawls his bloody
yeah,
body somehow
exactly.
crawls to
The
safety.
hero always
You
lives
can
for the
come back,
sequel.
recruit some more soldiers, come back,
Okay,
fight another day.
yeah. With a bit more forearm knowledge that maybe he needs to do some homework when it comes to
Yeah.
magical defacement.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I think if I was going to push it, yeah, maybe I would like stagger them back slightly, but I feel like we're kind of all or
They're
nothing
in a
at
good
this
position.
point.
Yeah,
They're in a good position. They've got to
yeah,
hold it.
yeah.
You don't leave the
And also,
hill.
you don't want to get too far away from Marius to
No, no, that's
benefit
the thing.
for
We're
him.
benefiting from that. So
Okay, so
the
the
closest is going to be the chosen.
priority is going to be the unit that just spawned, actually. So
Oh,
you it actually it's a good thing that they just spawned. So first of all,
you
they're
can
going to
spin it
move.
however you want. I'm not buying. I'm not buying what you're selling. So,
Well, let's see. They're going to move 4 inches,
yep, they're going to head towards Marius.
and then I have a bad feeling that can they now move 6 inches and get into contact with? Yes, they can.
Yes.
So they're going to attack
Oh,
Marius.
they're going to kill steal from the chosen. Well, they can get to these guys. They can't get to Marius, but
Yeah,
I
I mean,
think
he's
it's
technically still part of the unit because he's
yeah,
within an inch.
it's within an inch. Let's just move you around
So
better
you would then move Marius closer,
to like
too
just
much
connect
close,
them.
yeah, just so he's part of the battle.
Yeah.
Uh,
Presumably, their good friend the chosen doesn't like block them or anything. They can go through pass through
yeah, they
friendly
can.
spaces. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So happy about
Right.
that. Okay.
So let's now you've got to decide how you're going to respond. Are you going to defend, which costs 1 fear, or counterattack, which costs 2 fear? Well, actually, so thinking about it, the hounds attack, and you have to save with your grit
Oh,
because of their
drain.
drain ability.
Yeah,
So
that remember
actually,
that last time.
defend, whilst tactically it would be great, it's really not going to help
It's not
you
point. Yeah, because
as much
earlier that was the
because
point.
it increases your save, but you don't
Well,
use your
we
save
we
in this
counter
attack.
attack then, and we just have to
Yeah.
take the extra fear.
So
That's quite
it's
nice. How
2 points of fear.
they force you into like using that extra fear up. So by the end of
Yeah.
this, I'm going to be at 5 fear. I'm not going to be happy.
Okay. Now you get to attack first. So you're rolling 4 dice,
4 dice, two for Marius,
looking for
and
fours.
two for my remaining legionaries. Here we go. Oh, crikey! It didn't help.
Do you want to use a command point?
I do because Marius is too embarrassed with that 1 and 2. A 1 and a 6 is better than a 1 and a 2, so that's three hits.
3 hits.
But he's a 6. Does he get two on that?
All out attack,
All
yeah.
that
So
attack from Marius.
actually, those 2 6s
Oh, is it
can't
legionaries as well as
count as
Marius?
2 hits. So you've
Fantastic.
actually done 5 hits. Pretty good.
It's I keep getting things where I think maybe it's not as bad as it is, and then I just feel
So
something will
now,
happen in
now
another
let's
second.
roll 5 saves.
5 saves. So here we go.
Let's
Let's
do
have
the
a go.
first three.
Uh, so that's
Their saves are
four. Oh,
fives.
five.
So they
So that's
saved one.
one,
That's 2 wounds we've gone through.
and then
Another two.
oh, come
Oh,
on!
you're really good at rolling fives, aren't you?
I tell you, if
Sometimes.
we were playing Yahtzee right now, I would be doing so well.
But you did 2 wounds, so that is enough to take one out.
It's better than nothing.
And
It's
you
better than nothing.
staggered it
Hmm.
because you caused
Half or more.
half more wounds.
Nice. Okay.
But it's still the same combat action, so it now gets to attack.
Yes.
So you
That's
roll 1 dice. It
one
only rolls
dice.
1 dice for it. So see if it's looking
You don't have two
for
attacks? No? Okay.
no, just one attack.
Oh no, I'm not complaining, but that's two.
It's missed.
Excellent.
It's missed. So
Good luck.
we consolidate. The loser moves away 2 inches,
Yep.
and actually, because this was his second action, that doesn't really make any difference because he doesn't get a third action. Like I said, there
Yeah.
could be an enemy leader on the table, a priest of
Yeah,
Mormo,
yeah.
something that might give units extra actions in the full
Yeah.
game,
But
but we
normally,
don't
if
worry
you're
about
going
it
to
for
take
now.
actions away and they've already spent it,
Yeah.
it's not useful.
So it's now back to your turn. So Marius and the Legionnaires could act.
We've got to
So
close in on the big fella, haven't
let's
we?
mark this guy as gone, and the chosen's only got.
Well, we've got to take the chance while we can. I
He
mean,
will counterattack you.
I
He will
can't
attack
throw
back.
my healer at him.
You could. You absolutely could.
I feel like I should do that.
Because then he doesn't get to attack you. If you
I
can do
like that.
one wound,
I like
yeah,
the sound of that.
he might
Okay.
be able to use his 6 dice in combat against you,
Okay. Yeah.
which
I
he probably
really
never
don't want
does
it now.
against.
Yeah. Focus.
First of all,
I think I've
now
just realised
the
what you're about to
the
say.
gods of chaos have just whispered that
The gods of chaos from off camera have just whispered.
yeah, they must
We must
you're
move.
now activating them.
In that
Just move.
case, I'm going to call you that this should have gone when
Oh, it
the
did.
people
Yes.
hands
Yeah, it
arrived.
did. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Just so you don't like.
So
Okay, so
let's
green will be direction.
Yeah, two
And
die.
white will
Well,
be
first of all,
distance.
let's see if anything does spawn. There's no guarantee it does.
Yeah,
So
let's
two
get one.
dice
2 die.
plus the threat, which is only one.
That's true. 7 plus 1 is
8.
8.
Spawn 3 servitors of Mormo.
Oh, these guys.
Yeah.
I thought I'd seen the last they use.
And
Okay, so green's
that will take away
direction
one of these spawn
and
tokens.
white is direction. So
Yeah.
2. So it's that way, and it is 4 plus 4,
Is 8
8.
inches away from.
It's all coming up there. They're on the back end of this hill here. Just that there. Yeah. Nicely done.
There we go.
Right, so my erstwhile companions are over there. The idea was to use the Pelum. I don't want him closing in on me, so I'm going to go for it. Hopefully, Marius commands his men well.
Need 5s.
I need 5, so that's one. That's one hit. Which need to get one save. He could. It could be a lucky Pelum to the face.
Yeah.
What's he looking for? He's looking for 5s or 6s.
Yeah. 5 or 6 he saves.
Okay,
Oh
well that's 6.
dear. He saves.
So he's a catches it.
Yeah.
Okay. We can't do.
You
Can I
could shoot again.
do
Oh
Pelum
no, you can
again?
only shoot Pylon
Pelum
once.
once,
So
yeah.
do you
Pelum,
want to?
Pelum.
You might have to resort to going into fight.
See,
Or you could run away.
every fibre of my being tells me that going in to fight him is a really bad idea. And
Yeah.
also,
I mean, you're right.
let's do it. Come on. If he dies, then it's good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it. We're gonna come on, guys. You can do this.
Yeah.
It's what you've been trained for out there in the forest. A week
Right.
ago, you had no idea such things existed. Now you're ready to take them on.
Yeah.
So that is 2 for my legionaries, 2 for
And he's
Marius.
rolling 6 in return.
He's rolling 6 in return. Yeah. So that it's not. It's not. Well, that's
Two
two.
hits.
2 from Marius. So that's 2,
That counts as 2.
and then
Yeah.
that's 3 in
You want to
total.
use your command points
I don't
again?
get shield wall, do I? Because I'm not being attacked.
No, that's right.
Yeah,
You could save your command point for your save roll.
I definitely want to do that. I want
Yeah.
to save.
Okay, so you got 2 hits.
So he is
Uh,
gonna. This is what he takes against those. He can
yeah.
save against those.
Oh, he failed.
He
You
fails,
did kill him,
but
but he's rolling 6 dice against
I
you.
feel like he's going to take me down heavily. He's rolling 6 dice. Okay. Have I got any more green dice? Let's grab some more. Okay then. So I've just got some extra
6
dice.
attacks from the chosen.
Attack.
He's looking to fours.
So that's 4.
4 hits.
4 hits. He doesn't have like a.
No, he doesn't do 2 wounds on a 6,
Okay.
so yeah, not too bad. So 4 save.
Well, I've only got 4 dice, so Marius has to
Yeah.
roll in this. Hopefully he doesn't explode. Let's move these out of the way. Okay.
Oh, 1 soldier dies. That was lucky.
It's clearly the guy who forgot to bring a shield. The other guy is just like, ah,
No shield, no.
no shield, no helmet, no chance.
Everything
Okay,
else was covered in blood.
he's gone. Okay.
Right.
You
Killed it.
yes, but I don't think I'm out of the woods yet.
No. And I think that's where we should leave it
Yeah.
because you can download this at home and play it. We've got a couple more turns to go that Marius needs to survive.
Yes.
There's still a spawn token in the pool. You've still got a couple of units on the board. Marius could try and reduce the magic to
I mean,
try and stop threat going up so
yeah.
quickly for the last couple of
I
turns.
think what I'd have to try is what are the archers' magic skills? Are they better or are they just equally
just as bad.
okay? Fine.
I mean, again, as you when you get off the table in the campaign phase, in
Mm.
the full game, you'll be able to increase the, train up your troops. So
Yeah,
some of their stats will get a little bit better. These guys aren't going to be much better at magic, but you can start recruiting heroes. You could improve
I feel like I
Marius's magic. You can
yeah
start to get, I mean, for example, there are characters like you can get an engineer's trait that will
yeah.
help you
So
destroy
yeah.
ruins and buildings.
I think kind of like I would like to come in and maybe hire another hero who's a bit of a book nerd to kind of give
Yeah,
me some magic skills because I feel
yeah.
that's clearly what I'm
You'll even
lacking.
be able to use the magic in the ruins for your
Right.
spells. But there's a bit of a risk reward because the higher the magic is, the more powerful spells you can cast, but the more likely it's going to
It's gonna yeah.
increase the
Okay.
threat.
Yeah,
So there's
I
all
think
sorts of interesting options you're going to have. Do you get more archers? Do you train your archers to be better? Do you train your legionaries to be better?
hmm.
You're going to get those. The fort will reassign you those three or the two missing legionaries, but maybe you want to buy a fourth, a fifth,
Yeah.
make a little
I
unit.
think I think the archers I definitely really enjoyed those. I think I always like having that group who's separate that you can try and protect a little bit.
Yeah,
It's nice that you've got Marius in his very fancy headgear to like draw all the enemies. Um, and it's more sort of attrition than I thought it was going to be. I like the you go through periods of feeling like, oh, I'm doing really well, and then when you lose someone, it's like, oh, it's just one
hmm
guy, but hang on, I've only got three guys there,
yeah,
so that was really interesting. I think if we were to continue playing, I'd maybe try and push the archers forward and hold that with them and let.
yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to last. But maybe that's lost to the mists of time,
Yeah.
and you'll have to let us know how you do when you play this prologue scenario.
Yeah.
Thanks for teaching me, Chris. That was really
It's all right.
cool. Thanks again to our good friends at Sarissa Precision for all of the things they do for us. Is very nice. Do you have anything to say, which is probably a bit more Kickstarter orientated?
Well, obviously you can download the this prologue as a PDF. There's some reference sheets to help you play through. You've got all the stats for all these units on the table that you can see, and you'll be able to try 3 scenarios, which will teach you the rules as you go.
Yeah.
If you like what you see, check out the Kickstarter. Or if this is after the Kickstarter, you can check out the pages with all the information on the game and watch some reviews by other people
Yeah.
and see what
If
people
this is
think.
in the distant future, you may be able to buy it. Who
Yeah.
knows? The internet's a place where nothing goes away. So yeah, we hope you had a good time. I hope you found it interesting to see Cohors Cthulhu Tactics in action,
Yeah.
and we'll catch you again next time. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.